BKStravel.
So as Will mentioned a second ago, buses is a very good and cheap way to get around Vietnam. One of the things with the buses is, as I said, they're long distances, so they're often sleeper buses.
Ooh.
Which, it's nice.
Free night stay there.
What you've got to remember is that the average male height in Vietnam is 5'2".
It's tiny.
Yeah, it's not that tall. No,
That is tiny.
these sleeper buses are obviously built for the population.
Yeah. So you fit perfectly
My leg does.
across 5 people's seats.
Whoa, I'm tall. So that can be an issue with some people, dependent on your size and height and how easily you get to sleep. But in general, they're sort of like, some of them almost feel like rock hard sleeping bags with a bit of room. Like sometimes you do struggle to sort of get your knees in.
It's like
Sometimes
a small duvet there, or
yeah.
and how clean is it?
No, it's reasonably clean. It's cleaner than the hostels. The thing you've got to worry about more is the fact that the driving in Vietnam is probably the craziest driving I've seen ever.
Really?
So you'd be on thin mountain roads,
Yeah.
and they'd be driving really fast on the wrong side of the road for about 5 minutes, round corners, round everything. And there are multiple deaths and buses rolling over all the time that you just don't hear about unless the tourist dies. And they tell you about this, and they also tell you that a lot of the bus drivers could be drunk.
Oh, lovely.
So that's great.
That's a safety warning for people listening to this podcast right now.
Yes. But in general, the buses are the best way to travel around, and you just have to trust that they know how to drive within their country. Because the way the driving works is it's not the biggest car wins always, because they're majority motorcycles. Yeah. It's the most use of horns I've ever heard, because horns basically tell you what's happening.
Oh, you need to go to New York.
If I have been to New York.
New York surely trumps it.
Nope, there's more horns.
Morocco?
Haven't been there.
Oh, okay.
So basically a horn, you press the horn if you want to turn right, you press the horn if you want to turn left.
Or you go around the corner?
Press the horn if you want to overtake. No, because that gives people warning that you're going around the corner.
Okay.
That'd be too obvious. You basically press the horn if you're doing... In the UK, you look at the mirror before doing anything. Every time you look in a mirror, you honk the horn. That is, they don't really use mirrors, they just honk the horn, and that's sort of how it works.
Crazy.
Yes. The other mode of transport, if you don't want to go to some slightly off the beaten track locations, is sleeper trains. They're reasonably comfortable. They're a bit more expensive, or quite a bit more expensive than buses, but still not very expensive.
How much quicker?
And a bit quicker, but you have less options for the locations you want to get to.
Makes sense.